All right, big inhale, big exhale. Hey, if you're feeling the pressure of your new everyday life building up, hey, you are not alone. But one doctor is now sharing some tips on how you can de-stress. April is Stress Awareness Month, and more specifically, today is Stress Awareness Day. And this year, more than ever, with all the COVID craziness going on, everyone should stop and assess their stress and your well-being. So Dr. Alok Trivedi is a national stress-reducing expert, and he's joining us today. Thank you, doctor, for being here.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, what are some ways, just to start out, some simple ways, really, that everyone can help reduce their stress during this time of pandemic?
Sure. One of the things I tell people to do very often is eat healthy, right? Stay away from the fried foods, stay away from the sugars, the sweets, the salts, because the healthier your body is, the less toxic it is, the better you're actually going to be able to manage the stress in the environment around you. One of the other things I tell people to do is make sure that you are actively moving and getting exercise into your system. And you'd think, exercise, why is that? Because if you go out for a nice brisk walk, you're going to raise the endorphins and enkephalins. Basically, what it means is that you're going to feel better. Those are the good feeling emotions and endorphins in your body that are going to make you feel better about yourself, what you do, and reduce a lot of the stress in your day-to-day life.
I think a lot of people are turning to exercise, and a lot of restaurants may not even be open, so more and more people are cooking right now. But
it's great to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is great to turn to the kitchen. So I know a lot of parents are now home with the kids. They're trying to work maybe at home and also handle some homework as well, maybe even kind of homeschooling per se. So how can you help parents work through the stress of everything they have on them right now?
Yeah, it's a lot. I know we deal with this in my home too.
Mine as well.
My parents. Well, yeah, my parents are there, my kids are there. It's like, oh my God, what happened to school? I need them to go to school. But what I recommend parents to do is to take an hour out for themselves, right? Let your kids do something independently if you can, or if you've got your spouse around or someone who can take care of the kids for an hour, give yourself a decompression break. And I call it that because do what you want to. I don't care if you want to sit down and veg out and watch a couple episodes of Modern Family or Big Bang. You want to read a book, take a bubble bath, whatever it is that makes you decompress. Give yourself an hour a day just to do that without staying in that crazy busyness. That's going to help the kids become a little bit more independent, but also give you a chance to be able to handle them in a much more calm, rational state versus frustrated and annoyed.
Yes, don't feel guilty about that hour. It's important.
Yeah.
All right, I'm hearing you have a 5-step formula to reduce stress quickly.
Yeah, it's really simple, right? It's called SERPA, and I call it SERPA because what happens is that as you go up a mountain, you need someone to lead you to get there. So this system is meant to help you lead to get yourself to a state of calm rationality. So the first step I tell people is you slow down. Right? If you think about it, when we get into anxiousness, we get into stress, we're so hyperactive that we don't stop. First thing I say, just take a breath, sit down, and take a deep breath. That's the second phase. That's inspire. Take a deep breath, bring it in, and if you have the time to, take it in for a deep breath of 7, hold it for 7, and let it out for 7. Balance the brain and the body with your breathing is the second step. Third thing I tell people to do is reframe your thoughts. So whatever you think that's going on that's so catastrophic or so challenging, is it really that challenging? And see, what's the positives in it? What's the benefit of it? And if it doesn't happen, what would allow you to relax and let go of that stress? Third thing I tell people to do is get present. Like, for example, it snowed in Chicago a couple days ago, and I got up and I lost it for a second. And I said, what? It's April 15th. It's snowing. And instead of getting caught up into that snow and that frustration, I was like, here's a new opportunity. And let me just realize I just got to get out of bed. And that's it, not deal with the snow. And the final thing I tell people to do is, if you can, ask yourself, is this real? And then if you can avoid that state again, keep avoiding that state of consciousness, so to speak, and that thinking, and allow your body and mind to become present.
Those are great tips. A lot of, you maybe even do some yoga there to balance that breathing and get in that exercise. Thank you so much, Dr. Trivedi, for being here. We appreciate your tips, and this is a stressful time.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.